Listen, this guy.
We get back. The guy goes, so what do you think? I go, I want a convertible with chrome rims. And he goes, look, kid, what do I got it? This is classic salesman. What do I have to do to get you to buy a car today? And I go, get me a convertible with chrome rims. And we went back and forth for, like, I know I'm out of there.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to see
how long it would go.
Because it was the saddest existence in the world.
Yeah.
And then I went to Galpin Ford, and they were like...
Are they a sponsor?
No.
Oh.
But you know they should be. I'll tell you this right now. I went to Galpin Ford, and the guy goes, why don't you come on by... look, why don't you come by at night when I'm not busy? It was wintertime. He goes, why don't you come by at night when it's not busy? It'll be dark out, you know. Come by like 9. I go at 9 with my buddy Chappie from Dorchester, Mass. Kevin Chapman.
Mm-hmm.
And he shows me, literally the car in my head is there.
Mm-hmm.
It's blue. It's shiny. It's got the chrome rims. It's black leather interior. It's a convertible, and it's just made for just going up PCH at 90 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. So we sit down to buy this car, and I was ready to just write a check for like $27,000 or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. Chappie used to sell cars, and he's from Southie. So
he's ready to.
Terry, this is what he kept saying. Terry, it's a little warm for a ski mask, Terry. You're robbing my friend blind, Terry.
Shut up.
Terry, you totally forgot to mention the state tax that you get reimbursed for. So you're making $1,100 off the top. Why are you breaking the kids' balls, Terry? And Terry goes, all right, that is true. I do get the state thing. Let me go in the back. He goes, Terry, there's no one in the back, Terry. There's no one back. Terry, I'll bet you a sawbuck. I go in the back. I look. That's total Boston.
This is like a cutout from Glengarry and Ross. Like,
he
this
goes,
got
Terry,
the scene got dropped.
Yeah, Terry, I bet you a sawbuck. I go behind that two-way mirror. There's nothing back there but pictures of your fucking kids. Why don't you just do the right thing and chop the kid down to $22,500? We'll cut you a check. We'll be out of here, Terry. The guy goes, look, I can't. I talked to the guys. He goes, there's no one here, Terry. It's 9 o'clock at night. It's a little warm for a ski mask, Terry. So finally, I walk at like 21.8. Like we get $6,000 off the car. And then my car had to go in for like its yearly maintenance.
Yeah.
And I go, is Terry there? And I get him on the phone. I go, hey, it's Jay Mohr. And I was on like Camp Wilder, some weird sitcom like that, just enough to get a little juice at a car dealership. And he goes, hey, what's up? I go, look, my car, I need my tires changed and this and that. And he goes, all right, hey, you're not bringing that chubby, that chumpy. What was that? I go, Chappie. He goes, yeah, you're not fucking bringing that guy, are you? I go, no. He goes, all right, whenever you're ready, I'm ready to take care of you.
Nice.
I went in, everything free. As long as the rule was, if you don't bring Chappie,
it's free?
It's on the arm.
Because if Chappie came, the dealership probably would have paid you to tune it up.
They look, why don't you take a Mustang Cobra jacket in a gift shop, take it home with you. Exactly. How about some muscle cars through the ages playing cards?
What?
You get a
come up with that.
Like, you know, just a deck of cards with like barracudas and shit on it. So you go to Hollywood, and how do you get to the condemned house? At what point are you looking through a neighborhood and you go, that might be a nice place to live?
It was literally condemned. Like, the state wouldn't allow people to live there.
So how did you live there?
Because I moved from Hollywood to Venice and moved in with these 3 people I didn't know, and one dude was an architect, and they jacked our rent after 4 months, so we got bounced, and I had no money. And the architect had just bought this property in Venice that he was going to tear down and build like his dream home.
All right, hold on a second. How do you meet these people that you decided
Craigslist. Or maybe Westside Rentals. It was like 2 people living in a house looking for 2 others.
You were looking for a prostate massage. You got sidetracked into rent and what are you doing on Craigslist?
I needed a place to stay, so I was like, I want to go to Venice, and I found a house. They were right on the beach. They were looking for 2 other people.
So
boom.
The ad says beachfront property.
It said need 2 roommates, house in Venice, 4-bedroom on the Strand.
So you read that and you go, hey, I'm one roommate.
Yeah,
I could help the problem.
Exactly, and I don't know who that 4th dude was going to be.
That's not your problem, but you can help.
Problem. Yeah.
So you go, where do you meet them? Take us through the story. Don't leave anything out. We haven't heard it before.
I literally rolled to this girl I used to work with. She's like, do you know where this place even is? I haven't even heard of Venice. I'm like, no. She's like, let's look on Google Maps. I think Google Maps was like new. Yeah. Which I met a dude who got rolled in Venice, Italy on his honeymoon, got dumped in a canal.
Really?
Yeah, he got dumped in a canal. Woke up, was like, what the fuck is... These dudes beat him. beat him, took his money, and then rolled him in a canal, and he woke up in the canal.
Tell that story. Seems much more interesting than the one you're belaboring through.
You're the one. You said give us details how you moved into a house like it's going to be interesting.
Here's you keep saying. I lived in Hollywood, then we had to bounce, so I went to Venice, lived in a condemned house. Well, how did you get it? Just met up with these people, lived in a condemned house. How do you get a condemned house? The guy was an architect. He left, and the house was condemned. We just lived in a condemned house. Like, yeah, we got that part. How?
Hold on, I'm getting a call. Hey, what's up, man? No, I'm still here doing it. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully not too much longer. All right, I'll call you later. I did the house.
Who was that?
I did the house.
Was that Farola?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Can you get over here and do our podcast? I lived in that house, and one of the guys was an architect. He bought this house. He's like, listen.
You live in the soon-to-be condemned house.
No. I'm living in this house with 4 people.
What house?
This house at the beach, the one I told you about in Venice. The one I got Craigslist.
All right.
Boom. We're there for 4 months, and then they jack our rent. They're like, oh, we're going to jack your rent. Okay. And so we all have to leave.
Okay.
One roommate's an architect. He's like, hey, I just bought this house in Venice. I'm going to tear it down and build my dream home. But I need to go back to Michigan and raise more money. So for 7 months, if you want, you can live in it. And I went and looked at it. I was like, nah, bro. Like, no heat, no water, or no running, no hot water, no kitchen, no shower.
Let me ask you a question, Jay.
Yeah.
How often do you think you're going to use running water in Southern California?
Not as often as you think. I had running water, just no hot water.
8 months tops.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I moved into it, lived there for 14 months. Loved it.
So that guy got hung up in Michigan. He must have raised a lot of money or just hooked up with a chick.
He came back after 12 months and then moved into the living room with me, and I'm like, I got to get out of here.
So the architect is living in a condemned... Now, how did you know the house was condemned? What happens?
Well, there's no shower.
Right, but who tells you? Are you just saying that?
He told me the house, it was like a 1919 hacienda. All the windows in the front were like cracked in and boarded up. There was a front room.
It's like your little gray gardens.
Yeah, it was nice. I fixed it up.
So did someone from the town come by? Why am I asking? I'm asking way too many questions, right? But there is stuff missing. Is it
What's missing?
Who fucking told you the house was condemned?
He did. He's
not a city official.
Why does everyone have to come from a city official?
Because in order for a house to be uninhabitable, somebody from the city has to come and go, hey, you guys are going to get hurt living here. You have to leave. It's a condemned house. If it's just a shithole that you're saying is a condemned house for funny's sake, you could fucking still be living in a shithole. Have you ever seen fucking Jim Jeffries' bedroom when he lived with Eddie Ift? That was fucking condemned.
What I'm saying is, legally, he could not rent that to other human beings because the state wouldn't allow it to be like a place that you would have to pay to live. He owned it. I live there for free.
There you go.
Is that all right?
Yeah, because that's the little...
Because now that it's official, because some guy said, yeah.
That's kind of how it works, Jay.
I understand. I didn't know that we had to break down to bare bones. You want to know what code it violated?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, code 68D.
What one was that?
The Hofstadter Act.
Which one is the Hofstadter Act?
That's 68B, bro.
You said D.
Whatever, man.
Hey, don't yell at me, you son of a bitch. You're not down to 195 yet.
No, I'll get there.
What's your fighting weight?
I don't know. I've never been 190. I mean, I graduated high school at 185. But I'm thick, dude. Look at these shoulders.
Yeah, you're a big dude. Yeah, I respect it.
Yeah, it's nice.
And what are you doing to lose the weight mostly?
Exercise and change my diet. Egg whites every morning.
Make you fart, dude.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Egg whites. I'm a big proponent of just eggs. I like eggs.
Yeah, I like eggs.
I hate to think you're at like someone's funeral and you go, wow, he's 47 years old. He died so young. Yeah, yolks.
Yolks killed him.
Yolks.
I love a nice yolk.
The guy just had yolks. We couldn't get him to stop. He never took the yolks out. Like, no fucking yolks aren't going to kill you.
You mean egg whites only? He was only he was yolks only. He wouldn't even eat it. He wouldn't even eat the egg whites.
He hated. He had an aversion to egg. He was allergic to egg whites. He loved the yolks.
Crushed yolks.
So you were eating egg whites because you think somehow not eating yolk. I mean, it's working for you.
Well, it's just easier. You know why? Just get it in the carton. You pour it right in the thing. I'm not buying eggs and scrambling them up or whatever. What's your favorite egg?
My favorite?
Yeah.
Scrambled with cheddar cheese. Lots of salt and pepper.
Scrambled with cheddar. Ooh, I like a fried over medium. Yeah, not over easy.
You're listening to Egg Talk on NPR Radio. Jay Mohr and Jay Larson. This is Egg Talk.
Everybody loves eggs.
This is the egg. No, some people. Guy Fieri from the Food Network can't even look at an egg.
Dude.
But if you go to the Culinary Institute, apparently, like, your whole thing is for like a month, you just have to make eggs.
Yeah.
And like you make an omelet, and it's like samurai school. They're like, that is not how we use the sword. And you just keep rolling out your eggs, and they're like, nope. And they just for months just break the shit out of your balls. Just like, no, your eggs are terrible. And you're like, I made eggs.
Yeah.
Not the culinary way. So I think by the time you come out the other end, you never want to see eggs again. You're eating like steak and lobster for breakfast.
You ever had a bad omelet?
I never have. And I never had a bad beer. I know guys that have had bad beer. You ever had a bad beer?
Bad beer, yeah.
I never had one. They say you like open it, it just smells like a skunk took a shit in your face.
It's you know why? Because it's a bold move to actually send a beer and be like, "Yo, man, I think this beer's off," or it's a bold move to drink wine and be like, "You know what? I don't think this is right," because no one really knows if it is. You know what I mean? But I've taken the chance times and been like, "Hey, man, tell me if you think this is wrong," and they'll take a sip and they'll be like, "Yeah, that's off," and I'm like, "Wow, fuck yeah, it is, bro. What's up? Who's got a refined palate? This guy. What's up, Guy Fieri?"
Egg whites, you lost a lot of weight because of egg whites and exercise. What exercise?
I also did a week where I cut out every single carb and sugar.
No carbs, no sugar.
0 carbs, 0 sugar for a week.
Except for in your fruits.
Nope, no fruits.
Really?
Yeah, no fruits.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what I was like at like 9 o'clock at night?
Pretty grouchy.
Zombie, grouchy. Having to go do shows, bro. Oh my God, I just had to I'd be like, just stay away from everybody, and then I get up and be like, hey, and then I'd leave.
Then the waitress like, can I get you some mozzarella sticks or something?
I'm like, fuck yourself. I stayed away from all that. And now I've just weaned it down a little bit. How are you cutting it out?
I weaned it down like you did. I didn't do the egg whites. I changed. Brian Callen was on here breaking down calories.
He's
he's nutty.
Shape, man.
But he's out of his mind. Dude, you don't need to exercise. This is the name of the episode is Calories Are Ridiculous. Because he goes, no, calories are ridiculous. I can get you to lose 20 pounds, and you can never get up from that chair. I'm like, probably not, but I'm listening. And it was all like lentils. He was obsessed. He goes, lentils, yams.
Yeah, I do sweet potatoes.
And then he would just circle back. Like, those are the only two he had. He goes, let me tell you something. If you want to lose weight, lentils, yams, lentils. He just kept coming back, and I'm like, that's all you got?
Yeah.
He goes, nah, just lift weights, bro. I go, what about cardio? He goes, you don't need to do any cardio. I go, but cardio burns calories. And he goes, nah, you could lose weight sitting in that chair. So what I did was I had been running on the beach for 2 years, but huge KFC in Malibu. I used to crush it, bro.
What, on the way back from the run?
Not maybe a little time would go by.
Just feeling so good about how you crush it. Fuck that, I deserve some KFC.
Yeah, that's that old mindset that you hear those fucking dopey housewives you know what, I've been good, I can be bad. Honey, it's fucking dessert, relax. But you're not being bad. You want to be bad? Meet a fucking black guy in the alley and do some business.
Or meet me late night at Jack in the Box and see what bad is.
Really?
Crush it. Yeah, not anymore, but that's what I was doing.
When I was driving Aunt Christy around, she's special and she only eats fast food. And I remember I was driving her around once a week. I'd take her out, and it was only Burger King, only Wendy's, only McDonald's. And I remember after a month going, no wonder the country's so fucking fat. This shit is amazing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
A double cheeseburger with bacon from Wendy's with the perfect amount of catsup. My father says catsup. I want to smash him in his neck with my open palm.
And just gone with ketchup?
I think he does it just to break my balls.
Yeah.
It's this most subversive sense of humor. Jay, will you pass the catsup?
I got a schedule to keep. Does he say schedule?
No, but Christopher Walken says that in one of the Bond movies. He shoots everyone in the pit, and he goes, good. Right on schedule. It's one of the best lines I've ever heard.
I'd do it just to bust people's balls.
Schedule?
Schedule. Let me just check my schedule, man.
How about when people say ancient instead of ancient?
Never heard that.
Never heard that?
Why do they say that?
Because they're assholes, Jay.
Yeah.
So you are losing. What kind of workout you doing, man?
I'm doing simple. I do weights and I do cardio. I don't care what Callan says. Because I'm also, P.S., I'm tired of people who are shredded to death and be like, nah, you don't need to do that. It's like, yeah, guess what? There are human beings that need to. Callan's a guy
It's genetics. Everyone in my family has a front porch.
Yeah.
They're all walking around with their front porch and their boilers, holding fucking mugs of beer. And it's like, you know what? I want to break the cycle. I want to be the guy. And I don't want a six-pack.
I don't either.
Ed Burns is the guy that told me, Jay Mohr, any happily married man with a six-pack, you got to question his sexuality. I bet your brother has a fucking 12-pack.
That dude. Everyone in my family has weight problems.
Not your brother.
My brother slimmed down. He did.
Your brother was a fat gay?
He wasn't a fat. Yeah, he was. I mean, he goes to. Trust me.
Jay goes, he wasn't a. All right, you know what?
He goes to Bear Week in P-Town.
Provincetown, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
How has your brother ever told you how old he was when he knew he was gay? You had to have
We
asked him.
talked about it, yeah.
How old?
I don't think he'd want me talking about it.
What? All right. I don't want you to say anything that's going to embarrass your brother,
Yeah.
but the reason I was asking you wasn't to get a comedy response. The reason I was asking was because people that are like think that homosexuality is a choice. You're fucking born gay,
I'm
and at
pretty
5
sure
years
he
old,
knew-
at 5 years old, you fall in love with Superman, and you spend the next 10 years of your life fighting it, and you realize, you know what?
Yeah.
I was born this way.
I think
Lady
he-
Gaga was right.
He knew probably middle